And in the meantime, before you listen to that, Echo, if somebody wants to support this podcast, can you briefly tell us how we can do it?
Yes. Okay, so briefly, we'll talk about the store, Jocko Store. That is where you can get Discipline Equals Freedom shirts, hats, some rash guards on there, hoodies, and beanies are on the way. Promise. If not already, just, check on that, jockostore.com. There's a lot of good stuff on there for women and also kid stuff, warrior kid stuff. Also, when you get the book, Marine, Life of Chesty Puller, I'm going to list it on the website in the books section. So on the top, you click there, it says books from episodes, and I'll have them all listed by episode. Click through there. Good way to support. Take you to Amazon and you get your book and get whatever else you're shopping for. Also, go to originmain.com. This is where you can get your gi if you're doing jiu-jitsu. When you do jiu-jitsu. This is where you can get your gi. All made in America. There's also rash guards on there. And there's some hoodies and sweatpants and stuff on there. Very comfortable. I went over that before, but nonetheless, go there. OriginMain.com. Also, OriginMain.com still, you can get Jocko supplements. We have Molk. That's the new one. Is that available yet?
Yes.
Boom. There you go. Molk protein powder, mint chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good one. Tastes good, too. What else tastes good is Jocko Discipline, which is a nootropic pre-mission supplement. Good. A little bit of caffeine in there, not too much. A little bit. But for, it has the physical supplementation benefits and the cognitive supplemental benefits. So get down, called Discipline. Also, joint warfare and krill oil, Jocko Super Krill Oil. These supplements are for your joints. Don't neglect your joints. It's a big deal. You can be able to lift 500 pounds. But if your elbows are jacked up, you're not going to be able to lift that 500 pounds. Maybe you got to warm up a bunch. But I don't know. It'll mess you up. If your joints mess up, it's a big deal. Anyway, take care of your joints. Super Krill and joint warfare. All made in America, by the way. Everything in Origin Main. Made in America. Also, for fitness gear like kettlebells, the cool ones I get, Primal Bells. There's actually a lot of good stuff on onit.com. Go /Jocko. Good way to support. Good workout gear on there. Also, if you want Jocko white tea, I'm going to put that on the store, I think. Make it easy. But it's everywhere. Jocko white tea you can get on jockostore.com. I'm going to put it on there soon, if not right now. Amazon, of course. And you can go to jockotea.com. That's kind of the main hub. And then so if you're shopping internationally, it'll direct you to where you can get it. I think that's what I'm put on the store, so we can ship it to Canada and stuff. There's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm going to make it easy. So actually go to jockotea.com. That'll direct you to wherever you are and however you want to get it. Also, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, wherever they have podcasts. Subscribe. Good way to support. Also, YouTube. Video version of this podcast. Also, excerpts. Little lessons kind of just taken from each episode. And enhanced excerpts. If you're really into feeling the message, just doctor them up with some music or something like that. Also, Psychological Warfare. If you don't know what that is, it's an album with tracks. Jocko telling you pragmatic advice, how to get through moments of weakness in your campaign against weakness, like workouts. Like if you want to skip the workout or you want to slip on the diet just a little bit, just refer to one of the tracks on there. Jocko will tell you, hold the line, as they say.
Check. And, speaking of subscribe and subscribing, we have a new podcast out, and it's actually separate from this podcast. The new podcast is called the Warrior Kid Podcast. Ask Uncle Jake. Like I said, it's a separate channel, so you have to subscribe to it separately. I did that because, as you know from listening to this podcast, there's some podcasts that are for very mature audiences, and you wouldn't want to have your kid listening to that, a kid podcast, and then all of a sudden a very violent podcast comes on. So we separated them. The Warrior Kid podcast, questions for Uncle Jake, and I think Uncle Jake has lessons for everyone, regardless of age.
Yeah.
I think teachers and parents and
big time
would want to listen to that as well.
Yeah.
We've got some great feedback so far on it. So that's called the Warrior Kid podcast. And on top of that, there's a new Warrior Kid book. It's called Mark's Mission. If you actually want it, you should order it now through whatever channel you want to order it from. Go to your local bookstore, go to Amazon, go to Barnes & Noble, order it so that you have it when it comes out, so that the publisher knows how many to make. Because otherwise the publisher thinks, oh, well, we won't make that many of them because there's not that many people that, are going to buy this. They're wrong, because you all are going to buy this. So if they don't know that, they don't make enough. It takes too long to get it once it comes out. So order it now. Other books you can order: Extreme Ownership, Combat Leadership for Business and Life, Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual. It's about getting after it. And actually, Leif Babin and I have a new book coming out, a follow-up to Extreme Ownership. It's called The Dichotomy of Leadership. It is available for pre-order right now. Same thing, order it now so that you get your copy when it comes out. Otherwise, you'll be waiting. I have a leadership and management consulting company. It's called Echelon Front. If you want information about that, go to echelonfront.com. We have The Muster, which is a leadership conference coming up. If you want to come to it, go to extremeownership.com. And also, if you want to attend the roll call, which is for military, law enforcement, firefighters, paramedics, other first responders, if you want to do that, you can also sign up for the roll call at extremeownership.com. And with that, as I just mentioned, these podcasts, these 3 podcasts that we're doing right now are all linked. It's one big story with a thread running through it, and we are releasing them all at the same time. So the next one will be 122 and 123. Go ahead and go listen to them right now. And until then, this is Echo and Jocko. Out.